Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's take a look at this image here. Rotating globe Earth brainwashing. We see that in June, the Earth is on this side of the sun, and in December, the Earth is on the other side of the sun because they're 6 months apart. That's half a year, so that's half of the orbit of the Earth around the sun, so we're told. New York at 1 p.m. in June is here in the daytime, right? But New York at the same time of day, 1 p.m. in December, is drawn here in the night. Now, when I first saw this image, I'll be honest, I didn't really understand what the author was going for, because I know that New York at 1 p.m. should actually be in the daytime, so I don't know why it's not showing up here. And then I realized what the intent of this image was, and it's to get you to understand that there is a 12-hour discrepancy between June and December. See, the Earth spins around once every 24 hours, correct? So after one full 24-hour cycle, New York should be back to this right side of the map, or the image rather. So if I take the Earth, no matter where I put it in the universe, say this is the universe, 24 hours later, New York will be facing to the right. New York will be facing to the right no matter where the Earth is relative to anything else in the universe, if you were to just kind of copy and paste it anywhere, right? So that's why New York shows up on the right side over here when it's 6 months away, because every 24 hours you'll just end up in the same position, right? When in reality we know that New York at 1 p.m. is always in the daytime. So why isn't New York over here? And it's because of this wonderful 12-hour discrepancy that until now I hadn't really heard of it, and I wasn't going to make this video because it kind of threw me off, but let's take a look here. So I read here that the Earth's rotation is actually about 4 minutes shy of 24 hours. So I just kind of Googled around for this 12-hour discrepancy, and this is what I came across. So I thought, okay, let's do some math here. Well, kind of spoiled it for you there. If I take, there's 183 days from June to December, and if I multiply that by 4 minutes out of every day that's missing, okay, and we get 732 minutes, divide that by 60 to turn it into hours, and voila, we have 12.2, basically 12 hours of discrepancy. So I kind of thought, oh man, the globe theory has everything figured out. Like they've connived everything they possibly could think of, so that, you know, as the Earth makes its way around the sun in 6 months, they realized, oh shoot, how are we going to explain for the fact that New York would be in the daytime on both sides when 24 hours is actually putting it on the same relative side no matter where it is. So, you know, I kind of felt defeated at this point. I thought, oh shoot, they've actually figured it out. They've got some stupid scheme to make it make sense in the globe model. But then I gave it some more thought, and I realized that it's actually still stupid, because nobody uses a clock that's 23 hours and 56 minutes long for a day. That's 4 minutes short of 24 hours, right? So, you know, my clock over there on my oven, the clock on the wall, my clock on my cell phone, they all tell me that a day is 24 hours. So I'm wondering, where do these 4 minutes come into play in reality? How does my clock on the wall compensate in 6 months? Let alone, this guy was asking about how he says, why doesn't our clock fall out of sync with the sun without having leap minutes? Would not the sun eventually be directly overhead at midnight? And then the answer is kind of bogus, and it goes on to talk about leap years. But we're not talking about 4 years. We're talking about just 6 months. From here to here, from June to December, there's only 6 months going on. That's 183 days, 183 consecutive 24-hour periods, and nobody's going into my house and resetting my clock on my wall and getting rid of 12 hours somehow. So there's still a problem here. They might tell you, oh, well, the Earth is actually, you know, a day is not quite 24 hours, it's 23 hours and 56 minutes. It's 4 minutes short of a 24-hour period. But how is that even true? Why would you believe that if your clocks are never actually adjusted and you never have to compensate? All of a sudden, New York will be 1 p.m. in the daytime in June, and 183 days later, that's 183 periods of 24 hours according to your clocks. New York is still at 1 p.m. in the daytime. So that's a problem with the globe theory. It's just more crap that you shouldn't buy into. Keep researching the flat earth theory. I'll see you next time.